Terrorism sets out to inflame, to divide, and to produce consequences which are then used to justify further terror. The depressing news is that devil-may-care terrorists have made internally displaced persons IDP camps in Shiroro local government area of Niger State hell on earth, if you see what I mean. They go on a killing binge of domestic animals and stealing food items. I hear they even have time to pound the yam. They commit these evil acts without anybody challenging them. Now, the story is even more dire in Borno State, where a High Court judge, Justice Haruna Msheila, his wife, driver, and orderly were all abducted. So calling the bluff of those agents, these agents of Satan, is the ultimate goal of all freedom-loving people. Don't you think, MJ?
It's rather unfortunate that each day we hear of stories of banditry, terrorism, to the extent that in Shiroro, local government of Niger State, most of the residents there are relocated to IDPs. And the bandits and terrorists now took over the local government, pounding yam and slaughtering their domestic animals, goats, and
at will,
and chicken, at will, and feasting on them. So they can't. They didn't allow them access to their farmlands. So it's something that government should look into seriously. And why this happened was because I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago they said the federal government took the decision to withdraw the soldiers that used to be there. Yes,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why the terrorists and bandits, I mean, saw it. They saw that lacuna, and they moved back to the community. So I think the Niger State governor should send the mysteries again to the federal government. We're also appealing to the federal government and other security operatives to save the people of Shiroro and its environs in Niger State by ensuring that those people can go back to their homes and also have the willpower to go to their farms, because this is the farming season that they should be.
That's it.
Doing some things at their various farms.
Because and stories about terror and terrorism are just depressing. The everyday man in Nigeria hears a story like this and is frightened, and the thing goes on and on and on. Yeah. But it cannot continue.
Yeah, well, at some point we have to end this nonsense. Honestly, what the people are saying is that, Shiroro has had some elements from Boko Haram for almost 4 years now.
Okay.
So that area, I remember the late leader of Boko Haram, Waka Shekau, publishing a picture of Salah being done in a Niger forest on Salah Day. So at that point, I knew that those guys had actually invaded some Niger communities. There are about 8 local governments where bandits running rampant in Niger State. Rafi local government is one of them, Magama local government, and this Shiroro, some of the most deadly bandits and Boko Haram elements are operating. and they've attacked military bases in that area repeatedly. It was also in this area that an Air Force jet was shot down.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
Killing many servicemen in the process. Now, the army withdrew from a village called Alawa because they were coming under attack.
Okay.
So the troops were withdrawn from that area.
It's something you call tactical withdrawal?
No, it was in response to setbacks.
Okay.
Setbacks that they were facing. In fact, there was a time when they proceeded to burn the military base and burn some of their vehicles. You know, these things happen. And the army can look at the best option. You know, if withdrawn from some communities in the past, if they felt that they could not, that it will cost the lives of so many of their officers and men, if they were to continue to hold that ground. You know, it happens even in the northeast, some parts of northern Borno. The military had to withdraw from some places usually after the brutal attack from the enemy. So they are saying now that since the military withdrew, that they've suffered a lot of loss of lives. So about 50 people have been killed since the soldiers withdrew. Now, people do not find their communities safe anymore. So what they've chosen to do is to relocate from those communities, leaving everything they had suffered to acquire behind. And this includes their harvests, their yams, their livestock. And these boys are simply appropriating the things that the innocent villagers left behind.
To think Niger State has the largest landmass in the whole country.
Yes. Yeah. A local government in Niger State, Bogu, is bigger than many Nigerian states.
You don't say?
Yes. Bogu is bigger than all but one of the local governments in the southeast. Only Enugu State is bigger.
Okay.
So it's like that. Some other states like Ekiti, for example.
Maybe Bayelsa?
No, Bayelsa is big. Bayelsa is bigger than Lagos by far.
Okay.
In population, no, but in landmass, because of its huge water bodies.
Yeah.
So Bayelsa is
only about 3 or 4 of the 8 local governments are on land. The rest are on
so
water.
It's a big water bodies, and you know it's our gateway to the Atlantic. It's the gateway to the Atlantic. It's seen as the gateway to the Atlantic. So, and then you look at a state. You look at Borno. That road, the Buniyadi, Bunigeri, Buratai, Biu Road.
Yeah.
That road, it's 120 kilometers.
Okay.
People have elected to use that road because the Maiduguri-Damboa highway has been shut for so long because it's dangerous, you know. People now use the other route. Now these boys have gone to meet people there, travelers who chose not to use the route that had been shot by the military.
Okay.
They are now being attacked, as we have seen with this judge that was attacked. Efforts were made by the judge's drivers to escape, but as they made a detour, they encountered another group of terrorists who then abducted them. That road, Bunia-Buratai-Bui Road, links Maiduguri to 5 local governments: Hawul, Bayo, Shani, and Kwayakusa. Those are 5 local governments in the Borno South, where you have a sprinkle of Christians and other. But it is dangerous. Occasionally, those boys come to attack people, and that's what we have seen with this judge. We just pray that the judge would be released so that unharmed, so that he can go back to his work. But what this tells us is that the enemy has not been crushed. The enemy has been decimated. But what I always say to people is, look, this enemy is dangerous. He can still do nasty things. Yes, we've dealt with them severely. They've lost the capacity, for example, to take on the army the way they used to do, to attack army bases and seize army weapons. They've lost. When was the last time that happened? It's a very long time. We've decimated them significantly. But they can still carry out this kind of operations, attack travelers, even on the Maiduguri Damaturu highway, I think early last week, they kidnapped some passengers. So they are still around, and the military, the armed forces generally need to come together and remove the threats completely. The threat that these guys constitute, they should remove it completely.
MJ, when we talk about Borno State in this manner, it makes me feel very sorry for Governor Professor Zulum, who is doing his level best to give Borno indigenes democratic
good governance.
Good governance, So they need to deal decisively with the enemy. Cannot be overemphasized.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
I think what those agents of darkness, what they like doing is that each time, in Borno, for example, each time Zulum records a success or achieves something, they want to put a spanner in his works by telling him that, yes, we are still here. Borno, I think about 2 or 3 months ago, the governor launched electric cars.
Okay.
In Borno, electric vehicles.
It's 15 naira per ride.
15 naira per ride.
Wow.
In Borno.
That's a first.
And also, he built a secondary school that you would think is a university.
Oh, yeah.
During his first term.
The classroom.
Yeah, those classrooms. So, it's like it's somebody that we would think is governing Lagos. The way he's governing Borno, but those characters want to show that, yes, we are here. So at once in a while, they strike. So that's why we need, the government and security agencies need to assist that governor to at least break this thing and reduce, to further decimate the activities or the capacity of the terrorists to strike.
Because we can.
Because we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can.